Hey, what's up, salespeople? So today I'm going to teach you the 7 stupidest questions that you can ask a customer. Stick around and let's learn. The number one question, and this is the one that I'm going to start with, the big one, or my personal at least biggest one, that I think we've all experienced and we all hate. And don't do this to a customer. It's not going to get you where you think it is. The question is how can I help you? So you walk into a Best Buy, you walk into a store to look to buy something. Someone comes up to you, a sales guy, and they say, hey, how can I help you today? First thing you say, and we all know we've done this, the first thing we all say is, I'm good, I'm just looking around. The reason for this is that people don't want to be sold. The minute you know someone's coming up to you to ask questions about, hey, let's go look at this, I'm gonna try to sell you on this, I'm gonna sell you on that. The minute that happens, you shut down. Everyone shuts down. Don't ask your customers, how can I help you? Number 2, don't ask a customer, do you have a minute to talk? Of course they don't have a minute to talk, and this is a lie. You're starting out the conversation with a lie to the customer. A better way to do this is ask the customer, is now a good time to talk? And what you're doing there is you're actually positioning them to understand you're going to take more than a minute, you're going to take more of their time and explain what the product is. If you say, do you have a minute? You're starting off with on a bad space. Number 3, a question like, how could you not want this deal? How could you not sign up now? Why aren't you signing up now? That kind of thing. This is just devaluing the client. This is devaluing your prospects, and they feel that. What we need to do as salespeople is guide a client to a conclusion. We can't push them to it, right? It's that old, you can't force a horse to drink thing or whatever it is. You need to guide the client to a decision and let them make that decision based on the value that your product brings to them. Number 4, asking a client, would you like some time to think about that? This is a huge mistake. You see it all the time. And what this does is gives a prospect time to reconsider and move away from a buying decision. You don't want to give a client space like that. You don't want to ask them, hey, do you want some time to reconsider? Do you want some time to think about this? Honestly, if you have value to add, if you have a product that adds value to that client, close the sale on the spot. Don't give them additional time to think about it. Don't give them extra time to think about other options that are out there. Move your client to the sale. This is a big mistake that a lot of people do, is they don't move to the sale. They don't ask for that sale. Number 5 is around the same line of thought. Asking a client if they would like a quote or a proposal. If you are in front of a client, close the sale. Don't ask to send them a quote. Don't ask to send them a proposal. Similar to number 4, this is now giving them the chance to back out of a sale. This is giving them the chance to reconsider. If you have already built the relationship with the client to the point where they're ready to make a sale, or you're fulfilling their needs, or you're supplying them with something they need to overcome, you don't need to provide a quote or a proposal. Emails honestly should only be reserved for sending finalized contracts so you both have a copy, or sending a form of payment. Don't ask, would you like a quote or a proposal? It gives them too much time, it backs them away from the sale. Number 6, asking a customer, can I send you an email? This is along the same line as the last 2. All this is doing is closing them back and pushing them back away from the sale. Right? So stop giving clients the chance to back away. Number 7, asking a client, are you looking to buy today? Or are you ready to buy today? Customers like to buy. They hate to be sold. This goes back to number 1 on the list. Clients hate to be sold, but they love to buy. The minute you ask a customer, are you ready to buy today? It triggers their brain. They remember, I'm being sold. And what this does is pushes them away from the sale again. It triggers this response, this panic response, to where they don't want to buy. And you have a sale, walk away because you triggered a panic response to being sold. A much better way to approach this is to ask them, how would you like to move forward? How would you like to continue? Right? right? Once you say, how would you like to move forward? Again, this is in their hands now. This is a client that you're at the last stage with. They're ready to buy. You've already convinced them of everything. You don't want to trigger that sold panic. You want to move forward with them as a partner, right? How do you want to continue? How do you want to proceed? And then move them through to that final step without triggering that panic. I've heard it a couple times in my sales career, but a really good quote to think about when you're thinking about the questions not to ask is that closing is nothing more than asking the right prospects, the right questions at the right times. That's what closing is, and avoid these mistakes, avoid these questions not to ask your clients, and you'll have far better success closing with sales.